My name is Amelia Johnson. I'm 23 years old, and I'm from the Lower East Side of Manhattan. I grew up between concrete and ambition. Sirens screaming, subways roaring, neighbors arguing through thin walls. I used to complain about noise. I thought silence would feel peaceful. I was wrong. This is the story of the 21 days I spent stranded alone in Antarctica. The food I ate, the water I melted, the fires I lit, and what I became in the endless white. I studied marine biology because I wanted something bigger than buildings, something alive, ancient, untouched. Antarctica wasn't supposed to be survival. It was supposed to be footage. Krill migrations, minke whales, the fragile food chain at the end of the Earth. I funded the expedition with a small research grant and my life savings. If the documentary worked, it would be my launch. If it failed, I didn't let myself think about that. We were 5 days into the voyage aboard the MV Wanderer, an ice-strengthened ship carrying tourists, scientists, and dreamers like me. We lowered into zodiacs to get closer footage of minke whales feeding between icebergs. I was filming through a long lens when the Canabatic wind came down off the glacier like a wall. The ocean changed in seconds. Waves slammed our small boat. The engine sputtered. Someone screamed. Then I was in the water. The cold. It didn't feel like cold. It felt like being stabbed from the inside. My lungs seized. My muscles forgot how to move. I grabbed onto my floating camera case. The Zodiac disappeared into the chaos. The ship vanished into storm haze. I drifted, alone. Hours later, I washed ashore on black volcanic rock and broken ice. My dry suit kept me alive, barely. My fingers were stiff, my thoughts fragmented. Whiteout conditions erased everything beyond 10 feet. Then I staggered inland, guided only by instinct, until I saw a shape under the snow, a hut. A British Antarctic survey structure, half buried and frozen in time, dating back to the 1960s. The handle was frozen shut. I rammed the door with my shoulder until it cracked. Inside, the temperature was barely above freezing, but it was shelter. Metal bunks, rusted tools, decaying crates. Inside, I could breathe. In my pockets, I found half a chocolate peanut energy bar, frozen solid. I held it inside my glove until it softened enough to bite. The taste, sugar, peanut oil, chocolate that had melted and refrozen too many times. I cried while chewing it. Snow in my dry suit pocket melted with body heat into water that tasted like fabric and salt. That night, I recorded my first video diary entry. "Rescue will come tomorrow," I said. I believed it. The storm did not clear. The hut creaked like an old ship hull. Wind cut through cracked windows like knives. Reality settled in. The ship might not know where I was. I explored the hut and found scraps that would become my lifeline. A torn canvas tarp, duct tape, a portable kerosene stove with limited fuel, dented metal pots, rusted tins of Spam and powdered milk, a sealed bag of hardtack biscuits, a broken ice auger, and an empty oil lamp. I patched drafts with canvas and rags. Every reduction in wind felt like victory. The kerosene stove became my heartbeat. After hours, I got a small flame. I melted snow and forced myself to drink, even when I wasn't thirsty. Hydration was survival. By day 3, I finally pierced the Spam tin. The smell hit me instantly. Salt, fat, chemical preservation from another era. I carved out a cube the size of my thumb. Greasy, dense, metallic from the can, it was glorious. I rationed 1 cube per day. Hardtack biscuits soaked in boiling water turned into a paste that tasted like dust and salt. But it filled my stomach. Structure became survival. I drew a schedule on the wall in charcoal: melt snow, repair shelter, forage, signal fire prep, record diary. Routine was sanity. Hunger sharpened by day 5. I remembered lectures about Antarctic icefish, which survive in sub-zero waters thanks to antifreeze proteins in their blood. If they survived here, so could I. I worked on repairing the auger, using melted Spam grease as lubricant. My hands bled, but I refused to stop. On day 6, I walked onto the sea ice, drilling through thick black water for 2 hours. My sweat froze against my spine, but finally, breakthrough, a dark circle beneath me. I fashioned a fishing line from my camera strap and a bent nail. I dropped it in. Nothing. Hunger became constant, gnawing at thoughts and focus. On day 7, my first catch came. A small Antarctic icefish, translucent and bloodless, flopped at the end of my line. Ugly, pale, but life itself. I cooked it over a fire of crate splinters in a metal drum. The smell filled the hut. I ate every part I could. It flaked like cod, but tasted of iron and mud. For the first time, I laughed while chewing. I was no longer prey. Days 8 through 10 settled into a survival rhythm. Melt snow, check fish hole, dry fish strips, reinforce the hut, record diary. My daily diet consisted of 1 small ice fish, half a Spam cube, and 1 soaked hardtack biscuit. Water from melted snow remained vital, 2 to 3 liters daily. By day 9, I began talking to a frozen penguin near the shore, naming it Atlas. Silence needed breaking. By days 11 through 14, scarcity became acute. Spam ran out on day 12. Hardtack was gone by day 13. Fish alone was insufficient. I boiled bones for broth, drank it, chewed fish heads for nutrients. My cheeks hollowed, jeans hung loose, my toes were numb for longer each morning. Fuel from melting snow dwindled, and every flame for water or warmth became precious. Diary entries read, "I understand animals now. There is no pride, there is no ego, there is only survive until tomorrow." Days 15 through 17 brought a blizzard that trapped me inside for 3 days. I burned wooden chair legs and tool handles for warmth. Fish were small, sometimes non-existent. The cold gnawed through my thinly insulated life. By day 18, the storm cleared, revealing the aurora australis. For a fleeting moment, I forgot hunger, mesmerized by the green and violet sky. But food remained my reality. 1 tiny fish, chewed head to tail, fat to bone, became my sustenance. Every calorie mattered more than comfort. On day 19, the oil lamp fell and shattered. Darkness engulfed me for 20 hours. I could not fish. Only snow water warmed slightly over the embers. Hunger became dizziness, and I thought I might surrender. But the following morning, a skua attacked my drying fish rack. Something ancient awoke in me. I grabbed a metal rod, swift and merciless. The bird fell. Skinning it was messy and imperfect, but its meat and fat became my salvation. For the first time, survival demanded something I never thought I could do. By day 21, my body was frail. Legs barely responded. I ate the remaining skua meat cold. The helicopter blades came first as a faint thudding. At first, I thought hallucination. Smoke from the signal fire I had maintained daily caught the attention of a Chilean research team 50 miles away. Crawling outside, I waved a torn red canvas scrap. The helicopter circled, landed. I whispered, "I'm here." Weight lost, 18 pounds. Mild frostbite. severe dehydration. Yet, alive. I went to Antarctica to film the food chain. I became part of it. In New York, food is convenience. In Antarctica, one fish is survival. One cup of melted snow is life. One broken chair leg is warmth. Silence doesn't feel peaceful anymore. It feels powerful, because I survived it. The girl who left Manhattan wanted adventure. The woman who returned understands something simpler. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, but if you can survive today, you fight for the next one.